Welcome to your weekend focus for July the 14th and the 15th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you, wishing you nothing but joy and happiness. Well, let's see what the cards have to tell us about the energy that surrounds us and how to use it in a positive light going forward on our path. Ace of Swords. Now, what day was this in our conflict? Because it's not our conflict. Today, we are getting those messages to God, our angels, our spirit guides, the universe, source. And these are, this is like the sword comes from the bowels of the earth and shoots up to the heavens. So it's something deep within your heart, deep within your soul, that you want to create, invent, step into, become. So it is a beautiful weekend to do your new moon affirmations. I do have a video for new moon affirmations, so the link is in the description box. And when I originally did it, I tried to make it very meditative and whatnot, but I didn't, do it under the impression that you should tune in every time. I would prefer that you gain your own words, that you take parts of that video to guide you into creating your own new moon affirmations, full moon affirmations, daily affirmations, and say them repeatedly and often, and parts of them. And this is a weekend for it. This is a weekend to affirm what you want to come into your life, what you want to step into. Remember, we have just had the solar eclipse. And I think this solar eclipse is kind of bringing things into our life, showing us, shining lights on where we are being held back, what is limiting us, what we need to let go of or allow a completion of or an ending of, or maybe allow some kind of healing into our life. So pay attention to those things that are happening to you right now that probably are uncomfortable or not as nice, because they're trying to tell you something. They're trying to, the sun and the moon oppose Pluto. And Pluto is all about, whenever Pluto is activated, ask yourself, what way can I grow? Through deepening my own self-knowledge of who I am, of what I truly want, my truest dreams and goals. And Pluto being in retrograde right now, that is when the inner warrior is released. So it is a beautiful time for us for that kind of energy to be front and foremost for our weekend. So meditate, pray, reflect, journal. Two of Swords. Two of Swords. So the Ace of Swords followed by the Two of Swords. You want to know what your passions and your dreams and your goals and your desires are, and you're not sure, you need to look within. We're wearing a blindfold here, but I don't think it's limiting us. I think it's asking us to look within rather than our external world. When you look through those glossy pages of a magazine or whatever it may be, we're told that we'll be so much happier if we own this, if we possess that, if we use this. And we're kind of programmed into what we want. And we've ended up, a lot of us with houses full of stuff that we really don't need. We don't know, we came from an era where we had little or nothing in our houses, the bare essentials, to houses that are cluttered. Hoarders are, a regular instead of a weird thing these days, right? What truly makes you happy? Because what happens is you go out and you buy this and you purchase that, and for that hope of filling that void, bringing in the happiness, bringing in the joy, but the true joy, the true happiness is within. And so getting to know ourselves, once again, let's go to that Pluto energy and that solar eclipse energy and that sun and moon energy. The sun is who you are, right? your deepest goals in life, your dreams in life. The moon is how do we respond emotionally to our world, to our environment, to ourselves. So this is kind of a decision card too, a commitment card. I'm trying to go through it because I don't want to be long-winded here, but you know, right away I got the decisions, the commitments, the 11 energy, and here we have a 2 energy. So 1 plus 1 would be 2 if we narrowed that down, right, to a single digit. But we rarely do that with, there's certain times and certain energies. You know, it's the higher the master number of the 11, but you can also look at the lower vibration if somebody is struggling in their path, to understand what that step is to the master number energy. So this is about making those deep commitments to yourself. And yes, we've got those swords and we're crossed over. That's kind of a Saturn meditation pose with the two fists in the shoulder there, but we're holding our swords. So maybe you want to pretend that you're holding swords, or see yourself holding swords within your mind and meditate in that way. Saturn is our ruler, right? Our rules and responsibilities and obligations, and what has a grounded energy to it. What's, you know, we don't want to get flighty and fantasy oriented in our goals and dreams. Because the 2018 energy, the collective energy for the year, is an 11. And it is making those decisions. And when we make those decisions, when we make those commitments to ourselves, you know, there has to be some kind of closure. There has to be some kind of ending, perhaps some kind of healing, to allow new perceptions in, new opportunities in, new ways of doing, being, becoming in. We can't keep everything the same and expect something different. All right, what's that? The true definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a new result. We have the 10 of Swords in the middle. Well, good thing that the middle is our challenge area, right? So we probably won't be able to really attach to the pains and the struggles that we have gone through, the hurts, the worries, the concerns that we've gone through, the chaos, the fires that we've gone through in order to get to this point. Even though we've mastered it all, we kind of take it for granted perhaps today, that we are who we are because of our past, because of what we've walked through, because of what we've learned, because of the wisdom we've picked up. There's the owl in the tree. And I don't think it's going to be an easy connection. So we might minimize our struggles, our past pains. I mean, maybe more of a, you know, looking back and saying, oh, it wasn't that bad. I got through it. I'm here. But at the time you said, am I going to get through this? How am I going to get through this? So I don't think we can attach too much to our struggles today, which would tell me then that we really don't want to actually make any decisions. Even though we have the decision card here, we don't want to actually make any decisions based on our past actions, our past thoughts, because there's kind of like this happiness or this rainbow going through our thoughts. And so we may minimize the struggle that we are putting in front of ourselves. And what happens when we actually step into it? Well, it gets too hard and we give up. We throw in the towel. We say, I guess that wasn't for me. So I would have to say, you know, watch what you watch what you're agreeing to, what you're signing yourself up for, what you're committing to. That it's truly something that you can do going forward. That you're not putting too much of a challenge in front of you, but yet enough of a challenge to reach your goals, your dreams, your desires. And with that card and our struggle card, I almost get like, you know, we can self-doubt ourselves, like we can't do this. That could be another. we could just feel, because, usually I get this, the sun is, dawning, the new day is dawning. We're ready to push ourselves up. We've learned the challenges. But in our struggle position, we may just feel like laying there, like, enough's enough. I've had enough. I can't do anymore. And so there could be a little bit of self-doubt, and I don't think that's for everybody, but I think a few of you needed to hear that. Don't buy into that self-doubt that you can't do this, that you've had enough, that life's beating you up. It's going to look very different very soon, so. The Wheel of the Year card. Seasons changing. New energies coming in, so we know that with the solar eclipse. We have the solar eclipse, then we'll have the lunar eclipse in Aquarius, and then we will have another solar eclipse in Leo. So we're gifted this year with all kinds of magic. I've been saying that since January, that this is the year that a lot of magic can come our way. But we have to be committed. We have to do the work. So where are you going to in your seasons? Are you now going out of the planning stage, or are you going into the planning stage? Are you going into the harvest time, or are you coming out of the harvest time? And know and allow yourself the passage of the next season. And the Ace of Cups. So we start with an ace and end with an ace. So new beginnings could just pop out of nowhere. New ideas, new opportunities, new people, new friends, new relationships. Absolutely, especially with the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups also represents service to others and finding happiness and joy and passion through the acts of service. You may say, Dilly, I don't have any time for that, but you may work in retail, 30, 40, 50 hours a week. You are giving a service 40 to 50 hours a week. You already are, with your smile, with your greetings, with your help, with your commerce. So you're already giving. So you have the opportunity to meet other people throughout the day, especially if you're in retail or something, or you're the bus driver or the cab driver or the Uber driver or the stewardess. Are you allowed to say stewardess? I'm dating myself here. The airline attendants. The bartender. The guy who holds the door open for you, or the girl who holds the door open for you. So where can you step into new acts of service, or how can you already use your routines, your lifestyle to reach out to make more people feel alive, beautiful, raise their vibration, raise their energy in some way? Years ago, I was starting to take my mom on the beginning of a journey of many doctors, and so it was her site at the time, and we were sitting there, and I always try and build a relationship, because if we start a relationship at the very beginning, then chances are my mom's going to be treated a lot nicer. There's another service: nurses, doctors, healers. And this nurse was taking the information, and she was not going to budge on any kind of small talk. Like, there was nothing. And I thought, oh my goodness, like, this lady is like a wall, and I'm going to penetrate that wall. I just don't know how yet. And so I backed it up a little bit, and I looked at her, and she had on, even though she was very Saturn-like, very strict and organized and, to the point, and she had on the funkiest socks. And I thought, that's where she finds her happiness. That's where she finds her joy. It's in her socks. Look at them. So I said, oh my gosh, I love your socks. Well, then she went into a 10, 15, 20-minute spiel about her sock drawer and what her family thinks of her socks and what she thinks of her socks. And we had a whole conversation about socks, and the relationship began. So where can you reach out to somebody? Where can you honestly find something to compliment that person about? Have you ever crossed a room or a courtyard or a restaurant just to say, wow, I absolutely love that top you're wearing? Or those are amazing shoes. I had to come over and tell you. Or I heard you laughing across the room, and I have to say, your laugh is so infectious. Never stop. And it does raise your energy up. It does raise your light up. But what you do for that other person, it may stay with them a lifetime. Let's get an affirmation card. And I think the moon is in Leo all weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So it is about play and joy and happiness. And I mean, it's a beautiful time to walk around and tell people how great they are. Everybody has greatness within them. Can you see it? We're all connected. So realize the beauty that surrounds you within individuals. Look at this, the Seven of Air. The Seven of Air. She's surrounded by geese and ducks. I love that. Okay, let's see. The other day I was pulling in my driveway and there was a wild turkey sitting there up at the road pecking away. I thought, well, what message are you bringing me? Then I thought of my animal cards and I thought gratitude. So I gave a little prayer of gratitude. The turkey reminded me. Independence, nonconformity, living life on one's own terms without people pleasing. Now is the time for me to live my life on my own terms, so I must find the courage to reject conformity. Listening to my yearning for independence is the key to breaking free of group thinking and attending to my own needs. Diplomacy with others can help me to be true to my call, to do what I know I must do for myself. And you know, it really is a lot about the me. Okay, with the solar eclipse, it was in the 4th house, it was in Cancer, so that is family, roots, heritage, foundations. And then we go to Aquarius for the full moon, which is groups and communities. So we're looking at that a little bit more. So not so much now, but give it a couple of weeks. And then we have Leo, and that's what the moon is. So right now. So know that the moon is going to come back into Leo and have a solar eclipse for us. And it's asking us to find our love, our romance, our play, and see the beauty of who we are. And know our strength, know our beauty, and tap into your independence. What makes you you? I think I started it off by saying, you know, watch, you know, I have a brief memory here of saying something to the point of what you truly want, not what your neighbors want, not what's in the glossy magazines. Look at this dove coming down out of the sky, the doves. You ever have a little bird come and sit next to you and talk to you? Diplomacy with others can help me be true to my call, to do what I know I must do for myself. And the 2 of Air. So we have the 7 of Air and the 2 of Air, and there she is with the doves on her hands as she does her dance. Dance it out this weekend. Stalemate, uncertainty, considering options. So it's very much stalemate, considering options. So I would have to say this energy is very strong for us. Time to take a break and consider my options and think about things. There is no need to rush forward. The perfect answer for the highest good will come to me if I take my time and remain in a peaceful state of mind. And we can take our time right now. We have till the Leo solar eclipse to really plant those seeds that we really want to flourish and grow. And we have patience. For the 14, look at that. 14 for patience. I'm not sure, but I think the numerology for one of the days is a 5. We came off of 22 on Friday, so Saturday would be a 5 energy, and Sunday a 6 energy. That's love, deepening love. And 5 is a little bit about the adventure, so Saturday we probably will feel more adventurous than Sunday. Sunday we'll probably want to snuggle up with somebody we love, somebody we care about, get together with a beautiful friend. Moderation. This card reminds me that patience will bring me into recognition of and alignment to my purpose. All my needs are met even though I may not see it yet on the outer visible world. The angels are looking out for me. Moderation in all things is required right now. So yes, we have been getting the threaded message in between our weeks here and our days for moderation, for simplicity. So kind of like the temperance energy. And we'll get a beautiful animal card. So be patient. Enjoy. Go with the flow. We have a moon in Leo. So go with the flow and have fun and tap into your creativity. And don't conform to somebody else's dream, but rather go within and understand the dreams that you truly want to have become tangible in your life, to manifest in your life, to step into in your life, to become in your life. And the moose. The moose is all about balance. I'm going on a trip soon, and I just know I'm going to see at least a moose. Hopefully he's not on the highway when I'm driving. But I am going out to moose country. Balance, release, recalibrate, and dignity. Moose tells you it's time to realign your purpose. Oh, I didn't even read the poem. And I know a couple of you just love the moose and you've got it memorized, so you're already telling me to go back. I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do. So what is it that you can do? And maybe it's just giving a compliment to somebody else. Maybe it's just raising that light in the vibration of, yes, the world through your simple action. If we all gave one compliment a day, I wonder how much brighter the energy would be around us, how much more positive the energy that would be around us. Moose tells you it's time to realign your purpose by looking within and noting what you are doing outwardly. You will begin to see where you need to recalibrate your life. And that's a little bit of what I was talking about with the Pluto energy and the sun and the moon being opposed to it during the solar eclipse. That we're going to see where we need to recalibrate. Balance is key to enjoying your life, but many times it's lacking. You may feel as if you are on a teeter-totter. Sometimes your moods are up and sometimes down. Don't allow a brief moment in time to destroy your balance. Moose walks with dignity. It is time for you to hold your head high and stand tall. And there's 2 birds again. So the 2s were really calling out to us today, and 2s are about balance. And maybe the imbalance and how we need to bring it into balance. So pay attention to that as you go with the flow. Laugh, get together with people, and realize your passions, your dreams, and how to go forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.